mean one. Mr. Grinch, you got fire in your soul. Do 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 do. Ba-da, Mr. Grinch. Well, I wouldn't touch you with something 28 and a half inch pole. Do 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 do. All right, let's get this thing set up here. Everything is busted. Let's go to the edit. Good morning, Andrew. You made it in. I got your comment. Thank you, sweetheart. Much love to you always. One of my all-time fave people on YouTube here. You know why? Because Andrea keeps it real. And I love her. And having met her in person, she is awesome. Let's see. Ooh. I gotta do some more stuff here. Save that. Man, they make you go through a million steps now. Okay, details. Let's clear this stuff off. Save that. Go over here. Everything is busted. There we go. There's my lovely side chat today. Andrea, Miguel, buenos dias, Miguel. And Indiana, good morning, Bella Rose, the Queen of Buffalo. Charlotte, you almost made it. Ragu, morning to you. Makes me think of spaghetti sauce there. Loving the music. Hi, Jackie. Nature Man, good morning to you. Let's see, Cupcake, zing, zing, zing. Good morning, Maggie. And I hope everybody's having, yeah, I'm about the pie tasting. Let me get this thing set up. We've just got all kinds of internet issues, plumbing issues. I'm not saying since Elvis came to the rancho, it's exacted a heavy toll. There it is. There's the luscious lemon meringue pie. I've already been picking at the top of it, but I think you'll agree. No weeping, no tears on that. How you doing, Berlin? Isn't that delicious? And look good. Sliced so clean. Beautiful. It's got the pastry, puff pastry as a bottom to it. First time that I have used that. So I think that turned out really nicely there. This is our own lemons from the Rancho Meyer lemon tree. And like I say, the first time I ever used puff pastry, it was a little difficult to work with. Hi, Debbie. How are you? I need some Tim Hortons coffee is right. That's for darn sure. Now let me be a slob and eat in front of you guys here. Try a bite of that. That lemon is so good. It almost is electrical. You know, the vibe you get in your mouth. I love lemon. Lemon is such a strong flavor. It's unbelievable. I know it's early. I'm not usually on this early, but I got a lot to do today. I figure I better get a piece of pie for me and Missy Jen before Elvis goes into attack mode on it. Hey, how you doing, Yasmin? Merry Christmas to you, Richard Riley. Hope you have a good one. Meringue can be very tricky. Like I said, if you're making meringue, if you have one speck of oil or grease or one little tiny speck of egg yolk gets into when you're cracking eggs to separate the whites and the yolks, you can whip it till kingdom come. It's never going to turn into meringue. Yeah, lemon trees, orange trees, plum trees, persimmon tree, apple tree, cherry trees, pear trees. Got them all on here, about 6 citrus trees. So we are very, very blessed to live in an area where things grow. We rarely get below freezing here, which is nice. But How you doing, Laura? So, like I said, I'm not saying since Elvis came here, everything's gone to. This rancho is just getting a lot of hard use right now. A lot of very hard use. Where works every building here is being utilized on the rancho to the fullest, from the workshop to the shine shack to the house. There was traffic. Thank you. Hi, Linda. How are you? There was traffic in the kitchen last night. You know, Marshall's using up his Doma filling, which I don't blame him because it's going to go bad. It costs money, and just a lot of traffic, a lot of wear and tear. I have to tighten up the pipes under the sink. Have been leaking when I replace the garbage disposal. Oh, Kimberly says meringue is my favorite. I love a lemon meringue pie. Good morning to you, Joan Ann Smith. Nice to see you this morning, sweetheart. What's going on, AJ? Good morning to you, sir. And Merry Christmas to you. I'm going to grab a cup of coffee and then we're going to get down to cases here. All right, you guys would be so proud of me. So proud of me. I was up early this morning. No, I'm not using the new modem yet. It's finding a time to cut it over. It looks like some kind of spaceship that you're going to float through space with all these antenna on the back of it. I'm sure this baby really woofs out a huge signal here. This is a Netgear Nighthawk. This is the X4S. This is the 3.10 mode, which is 10 times faster than the standard, which is 3.0. So I'm anticipating this thing's going to be blasting out like crazy. It has the dual bands, the 2.4 gigahertz, the 5 gigahertz. It's got the whole schlemier. I have some ports in the back, and of course, there's a lot of hardwired hookup points here on the Rancho. We have, as well as direct hookup here, we have a hub which runs an additional 6 stations here on the Rancho, in the Shine Shack, in the workshop. Now, it ain't my fault that Marshall's computer is circa 2000, okay, and that finally his Ethernet connection for hard wiring went out on the side of it, okay. So for that, I'm supposed to jump through the hoops for to get Wi-Fi and all that. Well, it was a good time to cut over the good time to cut over the router anyway. But it's just going to be a question of finding the time. But it's frustrating when you're live and your signal just cuts out, and I don't know whether it's the it could be my computer. My computer's lousy. Who knows? It's an older desktop, but it does have what does it have? It has an Intel Core, but it was came out at the time that Windows 7 was the thing. How you doing, Valerie? It's a huge unit. I hope I'm going to be able to put it down. I hope I'm going to be able to place it because the Motorola Surfboard I guess you can put it like that. I don't know. The Motorola surfboard was up and down unit like this. So I don't know because I have a TV. I can show you guys over here. You know, there's the Motorola surfboard right down there, and there's not a lot of room. I have the TV kind of pulled out there, and that thing is a rat's nest of wiring behind there. I hate to even go back in there. I have 12 outlets in there for the wall of sound and all the that's the central pull to point, the central hub for all the internet on the place. Did Elvis buy me a gift? Oh, heck no. No, I wouldn't ask somebody to buy this thing. This thing was $3. This thing was not cheap. But I anticipate if I can get 3 years, if I can get 5 years out of this and I can have super strong Wi-Fi everywhere around, then I got nothing to worry about because I have a very good line in from Xfinity, Comcast Xfinity. So I think that this thing will do really good. I just have to cut it over and make the call, but it's a question of finding the time. There's too much going on. Good morning, Harvey, or I should say good evening to you. That modem can be useful a lot. Yeah, it will. Hey, Angel. And good morning to all of you. Yeah, it's a nice modem. And let me have another slab cut of pie here. Mm. That pie is off the chain. Mm. What a great pie. Yeah, good thing I'm filthy rich, which I'm not, kit and cat. But I do recognize that I don't know if it's the modem or not. I don't know. But I know it's been gone for 5 years. The modem never gets turned off here on the Rancho. It's always on 24/7 because I never know who's online or who needs internet. So it's always on. It's always blasting away. So that after it just degrades equipment, you know. Thank you, Angel. We get free modems with internet. Uh, I think you can probably get one. They'll rent you one for $5 a month or something, but it's going to be one that kind of chokes your speed, I think, from Comcast and Xfinity. Why would they give you top of the line, right? That's pretty cool. It's got the Wi-Fi WPS connection on the front of it. Buy me a Lamborghini. There you go. Hey, JK NoCal, happy Saturday to you. So I can't wait to get this thing hooked up, but I'm not going to rush. I got priorities. I don't want Missy Jen. Last night the water was leaking so bad underneath the sink because Marshall was using 50 gallons of water to wash a pot and a pan, whatever, that the water started coming out of the bottom of the cabinet onto the kitchen floor. No, I don't think you can upgrade it here, Harvey, on that. At least for the surfboard. So I'd rather start fresh and keep the old surfboard as a backup. I own it. Well, that's what I'm saying, Kit and Cat. You'd rather have an RJ45 Cat 5 hookup here compared to Wi-Fi. I mean, Missy Jen's been hardwired over there for years. There's one port in the front bedroom, one port in the back bedroom, two ports at the den here. There's a port here in the living room. There's a port out in the shine shack. There's a port in the workshop. There's a port in the kitchen. There's a lot of high speed. Yeah, I got a water leak. How you doing, Jordan Blue? Happy Saturday to you, honey. Nice to see you. So it's like the Bermuda Triangle. I just think something about Marshall's, what he calls it, a gin. He's got a negative gin. Which is evidently some spirit that follows you around. It's like, with, I don't know, the cartoon where the guy always has the cloud in the rain no matter where he goes. Good afternoon, Mindy May. Let's give a big woo. Good morning, Carlos. How are you? Nice to see you. Hardwired always is always best. It's the way to go. Absolutely the way to go. If you want a job, you could afford a modern lappy. Well, uh, see, all of my stuff is old here. I was like Harvey. I would get computers and fix them up. I would do repairs on motherboards. So consequently, I have like ten computers here, but they're all circa 2012, 2015. I've been using the HP 5150 small form, whatever it is, computer desktop in the kitchen for 6 years. I used to do my morning chooches in there every single day. That computer runs all the time. Never had a problem with that at all. Give me a big woo. Created his own Frankenstein in life. That's what the Jews would say. I have no idea what that means. I have no idea the connections between Judaism, unless that's a Jewish saying. You've created your own on that. Did you see Coates? No, I didn't, Carlos. I generally don't. I don't have anything against Gerald. Okay, I enjoy it when Gerald comes over to the channel here, but I don't go to channels where people are just cursing all the time. I don't enjoy that. I don't hang around people that curse in real life, and I know that he's upset lately. But why do I need to? Why do I need to tune into that? It's not something that rings right in my ears. Good morning, Kim. How are you? Yeah, there we go. Cupcake. Yeah. Sell on eBay. There we go. Elva is crazy. Oh, okay. So is that what that means? I don't know. But today I'm happy to report for the first time in weeks that the sun is out. There's not a cloud in the sky. Well, there is one over the Shine Shack. Good morning, Michaela. Good morning to you, sweetheart. Shalom Shabbat. That's it. Tonight, yeah, that's it. Missy Jen, give me thumbs up. Tonight, I'll probably be doing the van build live stream on Murphy today because it is a beautiful day outside. You'll have very good, visibility today. We're working on cutouts and placing the first panel by the dinette. Yesterday we went out and we bought some vinyl material to put on the board that I cut. We used like a pegboard type material, which is very flexible. So I'm doing the final trim out on the window so we have a lot of good points to fix. That's a cloud of filth. This is a lemon pie, Mindy, and I've been enjoying it all morning. It's cut beautifully. It's a mile high of meringue on the top of it. It just turned out beautifully. And the puff pastry is really, it's nice. It's not easy to cut through the puff pastry, but it's delicious. And it is fluffy. So we'll be doing that. And then this afternoon, I got up early today and I cooked I cooked chicken to make the pot pie. I like to pre-cook the chicken before I put it in the pot pie. So I'm gonna make a skillet pot pie today. I'm gonna use the phyllo dough for the top of it, which means I'm gonna pre-cook all of my ingredients and then have them chilled and cooled down. Then I'm gonna fill up the skillet with the ingredients and then take it and top it with the phyllo dough. It should be very interesting to do that. Andrea says, are you nervous to install those panels? I am. All right, Kim. I'm very nervous to install these panels. Okay. This is really we're getting close to the outside. In other words, what the public sees. We've done a tremendous amount of work that's hidden. Nobody will ever see the amount of wires that's been pulled, the amount of leaks that have been fixed, the amount of framing that's been done to modify this van. People will judge it by the way it looks, the walls and things like that. Now Elvis has chosen a stark white material for the wall by the dinette. Okay, I can't, for my opinion, I had recommended something that would be very splashy in that area because all the colors are just, they're flat basic colors, white, blue, brown. You need to be risky and have something really flashy in that dinette area. But he's like, I got the blue curtain, so I can't really have that. So, okay. Uh, fry some cauliflower for your pot pie. That dolman was pretty good last night he made, but yeah, I'm not, refresh your browser then, Harvey. I'm not having any problem here at all. I also disconnected the Wi-Fi booster in case Marshall's out there playing tricks and trying to do dog farts while I'm live streaming here. Yeah, if the van looks too nice, he's going to get it jacked in Mexico. I'm a little bit nervous about driving into Mexico, but the route from Tijuana to Rosarito and Ensenada is such a heavily traveled and heavily patrolled road that things just don't happen on that road. It's when you choose to cross over in places like Juarez or San Luis, where we were, Mexicali, and you go deep into Mexico, then your police have and the federales have less of a grip on the local scene, and a lot of them are on the take and making good money by looking the other way when drug dealers and all that. Oh, thank you very much. It's got to be your end. If ever you see I'm buffering, Harvey, always try refreshing your browser first. And number two, if I'm ever buffering, there's nothing I can do about it. Okay, there's not a darn thing I can do about it. How you doing, Vanessa? Hello to you. Vanessa said, "Ooh, what are we saying ooh about?" What's up, Bully? How you doing? What is dog? I don't know. It's some kind of. I've never been there before, but it's some kind of porn site or something like that. So, I'd rather do it than watch it. That was always my thing. So I will be doing making the pot pie tonight. I'm going to do it in a skillet. I think that would really be good. I went to reach for my skillet today. It's not there. It's out in the shine shack somewhere out there. Half of my kitchen equipment must be out there. Uh, Cushion's done there as well. Well, I think Carolyn Wayfair has some nice blue cushions. They're $30 for $60. You get the fronts and the back, and you just go to a local alterations place and just have them take in the front a little bit, trim it. You buy your own foam and be done, and the whole thing is done for $120. You got seats for the dinette, and then later you can upgrade in Mexico and get blue with white piping around them and all that. So. Out in the yard. Oh, okay, Vanessa, that's why. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't know how well the white's going to hold up. It is vinyl. I felt so bad for the girl we went to Joann Fabrics, and the girl that was handling the vinyl, she must have had blue from ink or something on her hands, and she started handling the vinyl, and it had blue fingerprints all over it. So of course Marshall's like, "Can I have that piece?" And she messed it up, and she's like, "Well, I can give it to you for 80% off or whatever." He's like, "Good deal." Tell Marshall return all your stuff or don't touch anything else. His my wishes with my cast iron. Well, that's what I say, Mindy. I love my cast iron pan. I make skillet cornbread. I do pancakes, bacon, sausage. I do everything in there. This will be the first time I've used it for a skillet pot pie, and I want to have it in hand. If I borrow something, I return it. What's up, Ron? the cheapest way to buy foam is to go to car, ask for good underlay. We got a truckload for $20 when doing our job. Fundy, it has to be an R. It has to be a 34 rated, or else it compresses. I learned a lot about foam in the last and cushions in the last week or so. Marshall weighs 270 pounds. He goes to sit down, and most of the weight is going to be underneath of the tail. And that, standard foam for carpet is going to compress down to a quarter of an inch. Is going to give no cushioning whatsoever. Uh, I can't resist this pie. I have to have another piece of it. I think it would be great for. I'm hoping it's going to be good for pot pie. I'm hoping so. It's going to be good for pot pie. Uh, well, let's see. Bully's gone to Iowa, huh? Hey, Nature Man, stop posting that kind of stuff in my chat, okay? I don't care about that kind of stuff. I never attack somebody for physicality. I think that's the lowest thing that you can go for. Do, 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 do. As the boss used to say, ain't none of us models in life. And I want to also say happy birthday to the boss. I believe the boss, my friend the boss, is 58 years old today. Happy birthday to you. Hey, Jen, how are you? Happy birthday to you. Oh, thank you, Mindy May. I think it's showing up pretty good on here. I just don't know why the internet goes flaky at night. Why are you eating that good pie in front? Okay, Kit and Cat, sure. All right. So what else I got tonight? Oh, I wanted to talk about what's the difference between phyllo dough and puff pastry. Phyllo dough, I believe, cupcake, it's a much thinner sheet, and it tends to be it tends to be more obviously flaky on top. Puff pastry, you get some flakiness, but not on the order of phyllo. And when you bake the phyllo dough, it turns much browner, and it's what they use a lot of times for pot pies and things, and it's very delicious. So, did you hear anything? No, I didn't hear anything about Yeah Man. You got to be very careful about those kind of rumors and stuff. Yeah Man was on side chats last night. College is out for the semester. Might be more people on the net. I don't know, Kit and Kat. I don't ever question my mods. That's why I give them wrenches so that they can run the chat the way that they see fit. That's not a cop out, but why have a moderator if you're going to just dip your hands into the chat and run the side chat? As far as I'm concerned, they're responsible for the side chat over there. Once in a while, yeah, I'll dip into the side chat, but that's a real rarity. Maybe once on a hangout or something like that. But the reason I have moderators is because they're very experienced. They're used to being in a chat, or else they're very good friends of mine that I have met in real life, as is the case with IRC Bully. And he paid it forward in a major way after he scared the you-know-what out of me in Milwaukee. And also Mr. X, who I've known and periodically been with since 2015, and he's been gracious and kind to me. I never hear him curse on the side chat. I never hear him go off on anybody, despite the fact that people make a lot of allegations about him and his life that really don't know the man like I do. What's up, Shag? What's up? Wog is really taken with this butyl tape thing. You should do a tribute to butyl tape. Yeah, I knew you'd say that it was a cop out. Yeah, that's right, Fergus. Go to one of the hate chats that populates the internet. You'll be more at home there. would be my best suggestion. No, I give money. I'll be distributing something to my wrenches, those that want to participate for Christmas, and even those that never reached out to me. That I do have your information. Something will be coming your way. Okay. No, Mr. X and Mr. Z are not the same. They are not the same. Nothing, just everything's busted down on the rancho. It's either leaking, short circuiting, not Wi Fiing, all that type of stuff. So, uh, the rent, the baby ranch. Now, uh, I wanted to get a little bit into this monetization because I asked people, as you know, I got remonetized on this channel on Thursday. And somebody wrote me and asked me, could you look ahead to 2020? You've been around since 2013. You've been monetized, 80, 85, 90% of that time. What do you think's going to happen in 2020? How you doing, Vivian? My idea is this, guys, and this is why I think it's worth being monetized now. If you have a mainstream type of channel, because there's a lot of channels that won't be considered mainstream now, and I rejig my channel for travel and adventure and baking and things like that. I've done away with uh, the bikinis and all that stuff. I put that on the McNamara channel, unless it's seasonally appropriate or whatever, or you're outside in it that day. You said you have a thick skin. Yeah, I do have a thick skin, but that doesn't give people the license to come in and be insulting, kitten cat. Okay, I'm not gonna ever allow that on my platform. Okay, you can go to the other places that dox people out, post people's phone numbers, and or just a continuous stream of the same people that are gathered together in the common bond of misery, self-loathing, and basically a lot of mental health challenges. Okay. Now, I don't get trolled a lot, kitten cat. That's the bottom line. So, Mr. X is a nice guy. So, anyway, with all the channels that are gone to not be monetized, or, if you have stuff that's even remotely directed to kids, you might be RVing with your children and having them featured in your videos as a family, and you have like the Norp in the South. It's been a family that's been on for years. Every kid almost is adopted in a family, but it's all about young kids and everything like that. I wouldn't be surprised if they lose the ability to have comments. And YouTube says if they perceive that any of your stuff is directed towards children, then they will take steps to turn off your comments on your channel. They will not put your videos on the recommended lists for YouTube to feature. And there were some other things too that they're not going to be. You can't use a community tab to talk about what's upcoming, and it's really, really, really bad. Yeah, I think channels will get closed if they're not what they call financially viable. And I don't think that's going to be a huge thing yet. But I think YouTube's going to start sweeping through and look at the server space and the storage space that they're taking up for stuff, and kind of look at these channels, look at your history, look at your stream of comments, look at what your channel was designed for and what you did with it, and then start removing ones that they believe will never pass the monetization barrier, and just remove them. But I think they'll do that slowly, because that would raise too much of an uproar. Honestly, people would go nuts, and because how are you going to comment on YouTube videos? Well, they'll look at your history of your channel, and they'll be able to see your whole trail of comments. They'll use their artificial intelligence to scan through to see what you did with that channel. Were you a positive or a negative for YouTube? And then I think channels like that will think I think will start to disappear. No, kitten cat. I've been around the block too many times. You know, nothing's gonna rattle my cage on here. Uh, but the good news is, if you and then there's channels that are bullying and just designed to be hateful, and they post up negative comments, or they post up negative videos. The so-called commentator channels. Uh, they end up deleting or removing, deleting their content. YouTube looks at all that stuff, your history of dirty deletes, your history of, you know, what you've done. And I believe that, that will cause those channels to be taken out, because they don't serve a purpose in the way of YouTube. I think that's what they mean by financially viable. Okay. And as YouTube also reiterated, they are not under obligation to host anybody's channel on YouTube. Now, a lot of people have talked about going to D Life and these other places. It's very hard to compete against YouTube. It's you know, when they control the search and everything else, it's very, 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 very difficult to supplant them. Tell Marsha he didn't pour grease down the sink, Michaela. He took it outside and poured it on the grass. No, not monetizing. It won't want to be. I just like cooking. Well, if I were you, I would apply to monetization. And this is the whole point of my thing. That the pool of eligible channels that can be monetized are going to shrink dramatically. Dramatically. I'm not saying the kids' channels can't be monetized, but or stuff directed to kids. But if you don't make the recommended list, and a lot of your viewership, they're not going to promote your videos anymore. A lot of your viewership is going to kind of do a cliff dive and fall off the cliff. And yeah, you'll have your old subscribers that'll stick with you, but you know, you always need to replenish with new subscribers. And therein lies the problem with a slow tapering off of those channels. In the meantime, in my opinion, the pot of funds is, you know, the pie is cut with fewer slices. So I think it's actually an outstanding time to apply for monetization, because if you get the cut, there's going to be more advertising dollars available. And because they cleaned up YouTube so much and are in the process of cleaning up, they can now go back to Ford Motor Companies and McDonald's, and they can say, look at what we did now. You know, we get 1.8 billion views per day or something. I don't know, something like that. And look at how clean we are now. We got rid of the hate channels, all that kind of stuff, and then that'll be attractive for those companies to come back in. Okay, thank you, Sarah. Appreciate that. Wog, you're always on my recommended list. Hello, Icy. Yeah, kitten cat, you're like a dog who chases cars. One day you're gonna get clipped. That's right. It'll smash into the back of that bumper there. It's what we call hubris here. Or I too can fly close to the sun with my wings of wax. Too deep for the morning. Anyway, that's my thought on Vivian. It chills me. That's my thought on it. If I was close to monetization and I was producing content, you're darn right I would go for it, because there's going to be more advertisers coming in, and there's going to be less eligible channels that revenue is going to be put across. See, I can yours for the length of Rosie's stream. It's what I call wishful thinking. I'm just that good. Well, as good as you are, I'm better. Danielle Shorten recommended Chris Mountain, Booney, and Appledorn Comper Bank. The thing I like is I got Andy Williams, the Andy Williams album, the 1963, which I consider the penultimate Christmas album of all time. This was given to me by my friend Drew, who unfortunately passed away last year. The Andy Williams Christmas album. Now I have two of these, and one of these has never been opened. There it is, the Andy Williams Christmas album. Thank you, Cupcake. Do you like that bass on there? Woo! You got White Christmas, Happy Holiday, which is his signature song, the Christmas song, Chestnuts Roasting. And then he's got the wonderful, it's the most wonderful time of the year. Dong, ding. Kay Thompson's Jingle Bell. One side is secular, and the other side is religious there on that song. So he does a nice job. I think that's the best Christmas album of all time. I think it's right up there as one of the best selling. So I enjoy playing that, and I will re-upload some of my old Christmas ones on the Motorola using the Andy Williams in there. It's funny, the person I bought the Zenith, the Magnavox from, they gave me all the records and everything. Look at this. Herb Albert and the Tijuana Brass, huh? Don't Go Breaking My Heart, Freight Train Joe, Blue Sunday, I Will Wait for You, Mexican Road Raised, Our Day Will Come. I don't know what year this is. I don't know. It's hard to say. I got so many of these old records from. It came with the unit. A&M Records, 1416 North La Brea Avenue, Hollywood, 90028. I love the smell of old paper. You love the smell. When I was a kid, you guys don't even remember mimeograph machines. They would have the blue stencil, and they would pass out those worksheets and stuff, and I just used to sit there. They used to smell so good. That was before the days of Xerox. Herb Albert's the A&M Records. That's right. That is it on there. So I hope you'll be joining me today. You need to look them up to see their worth. You'd be surprised. I got Al Jolson's Mammy here, and it's racist as can be, but the thing is a valuable record. There's quite a few valuable things that came over in that collection. Does anybody remember the smell of old Playboy magazines? Sorry to take it that way. No, but I remember, I think in my era, Barbie Benton, that was the first one that, bing! Smell of old Playboy magazine. Yeah, vinyl's coming back. It is coming back. But I never bought a record. My grandparents had a radio like that. I wish they would have kept it. Yeah, it's, what makes this particularly nice, noob sauce, is that Motorola made the wise decision that we don't know anything about making fine furniture. So we're gonna partner with a company that does. And they contacted in the 1960s, late 1950s, Drexel Furniture of North Carolina, and they had them design the Danish Modern Madmen cabinet that you see here out of the walnut, and they just did an exquisite job. It's like something, I mean, this whole scene looks like something out of Mad Men circa 1960. All right. Pete Rose was my grandfather's. I like Frank Robinson. I was there the day Frank Robinson hit the ball out of the stadium. That was pretty wild. Pages stuck together on the Playboys. I guess that's boys will be boys. Wow, vinyl outsold CDs in 2019. That's amazing. I also have a Magnavox that's out in the Shine Shack there, but Marshall's got all of his gear piled on top of it. So console have shortwave radio. It does not. Nope. It has AM, FM, tape input, phono input, and it has a AFC, which is automatic frequency control. If you find a radio station, it'll keep it clean and keep it locked on that. Boop. Let's turn this baby up. You got that center channel, which is just all bass. Jolly old St. Nicholas, here's what I say. I'm on YouTube every day, and I sure like it my way. Hey, I do bikini baking, a little metal detecting too. You can catch me, little rascal, if you want to do. Rosie is a legend on YouTube today. The boy rocks, yes it does, in every single way. Whiskey OG slapping down them tunes, Berg screaming like a baby, Melton John, a certified nut, coming down your way. Hit it, boys! Elvis is around every day. He's annoying in every way. He thinks his cooking is oh so fine, like some kind of wine. Then there's all the pretty girls. Andrea, hipster, having Barbie Pena, so many more to say. I'd like to every day, maybe 3 times a day. I still got that fire inside, boy, all the way. Boy, way, boy, all the way through. How's that for song styling on the fly there, right? Yeah, there's hipster. And hipster having a do. Hey, mouse toes. We're just enjoying. We're really cranking this up today. Yeah, never lose it, right, Andrea? Never lose that. The day that goes, bing. Hello, Bobby. Good morning to you. Don't forget it's the boss's birthday today. He never texts anybody else happy birthday, but if you forget to his birthday to text him, whoa. Repeat pretty cringy. Hey, sure. I hope somebody recorded that today. Yeah, it's all over then. When that when you have to get it up with a crane, then it's all done, man. Thank you, Linda. Good morning, Missy Jen. Get a piece of pie. Ooh, ooh. Delicious pie. Ooh. You're what? Okay. I'm getting out in a minute. I'm going to get to try to tighten up under that sink a bit. Yeah, be careful. Hey, Molly. In heaven. Well, YouTube shut down channels who dirty delete. Well, the algorithm will wonder why they removed the video. Missy Jen song stylings. Fun on a Saturday. What's the Doko on the center of the, oh, that's my little, you can look at my Christmas video from Wednesday. I did a Christmas Rancho video. It's my little reindeer pulling the sleigh with the bells in front of it. Hey, Lavender. Oh. Oh, I bet Penny and Millie will eat anything out there. How you doing, Bev? I'm just glad I didn't have a channel that I made for kids, man. What a nightmare. I'm cleaning the fridge and listening. It's not Christmas until we listen to John Denver and the Muppets Christmas album. And also, it's not Christmas until I watch The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. What a Christmas classic. Frosty the Snowman used to make me cry. If I watched Frosty the Snowman today, I'd probably still be blubbering. I'd be blubbering like a baby. Happy birthday, Bev. You're on the boss's birthday. So it's going to be a busy day. We're not going to get underway. I've already pre-cooked the chicken and everything, so I'll make the filling and then cool down that a bit and put it into the pie crust and all that. I'm going to be live over Christmas. I'm going to be live a lot over the next, couple weeks at Christmas time. I'm taking off for Reno tomorrow. I can see you, Lavender. Hey, Rico. Frosty's inappropriate. It got banned. It was too psychologically taxing for kids to think that a snowman would melt, right? Man, it is bright and sunny out today. There goes the king wandering off out there. Bright sunny day. All right, guys. Happy birthday to you, Bev. Happy birthday to the boss. Love you guys. I will see you probably on the Murphy channel. We'll go live. I got to do some work in the van today. First, I need to run down to the store and get a few hardware items. I will see you guys around. If you didn't check out McNamara last night, the making of the lemon meringue pie, make sure you do that. And also, if you wouldn't mind leaving a thumbs up this morning if you enjoyed the song stylings, the Boyd Christmas song, Thank you, everybody. Oh, God loves Boyd. God loves Boyd. We're here every day. You might not like it much, but hey, we're here to stay. Boyd today. Boyd is so friggin' fine. Forget your cable TV and give it all a try. There's kooky people too, with really messed up minds. They do crazy. It happens all the time. If you wanna laugh and you like to sing, come on round and enjoy yourself with everyone today. Oh, Boyd is fine. Boyd is cool. Boyd's so cool in every way. Come around, enjoy the fun, be part of the fest day. Hey, Boyd is cool. We're always here. You may not like us. Do. If you don't like it, take that on the next bus. Do. Have a good one, everybody.